welcome back to my channel. If you're interested on this makeup look, then stay tuned and keep watching. Alrighty, getting right into it. I am using this brow gel glue. It's not actual glue. I don't know what it says. I believe it's in deep brown. It's tinted brow gel. I'm just gonna put that on my eyebrows. I rub it through. I go a little bit lighter in the front, so I start kind of towards the end and then work my way through the front. So that's what I'm doing. There's clear brow gel. There's different shades. This one I actually really like. See, yeah, that's me brushing it in. I want to be coated a little bit. So I haven't really been filling in my eyebrows with a pencil. I've been doing this, and it saves me so much more time, and it looks cute. Not right now because I look a little rough, but naturally, well, it's not even natural, but yeah, it does look cute, and it is a lot easier than filling in my brows. Now I am just taking a eyeshadow brush, and I'm just using the handle of that to lay my brows flat and to shape them. You know, you gotta use what you gotta use. Whatever tools you have access to, use that. Now I'm gonna go into my NARS concealer. This is a pot concealer, and I'm just gonna carve out some brows to my liking. I like it a little bit arched, but not too arched. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, just cleaning that little baby up. As you can see, I also added the concealer onto my eyelids. That's gonna help make my eyeshadow pop once I put eyeshadow on. So that's why I just put it on my eyelids. It's like a primer basically. And I also like discoloration, more coverage, makes the eyeshadow a little bit more pigmented. You know the deal. So I'm just putting that all over and just cleaning up my brows and then priming my eyelids. So then after that, I'm gonna go into some eyeshadow. I'm using my Makeup by Mario palette. Don't know the name of this one, but it's all the natural nice shades, and I'm lazy sometimes, so I just get a fluffy brush and yeah, I just slide it through all those colors, and I just put that all over my lid because I don't know, I just be lazy. Sometimes I just don't care to do like a defined look. I'm getting ready for work, so I really don't care. I just need something fast and quick. So that's what I'm doing, even though I did take my time. But naturally, just dusting that all over. Alright, so I'm taking the brightest shade in the palette and I'm just putting that in the inner corner. I do this because I feel like it opens up my eyes a little bit more, makes it more brighter, makes me look more awake. So I like to put that in the corner, and then I take this shade that's a little bit darker and I'm blending the lighter shade with my concoction shade for the rest. Yeah, so that's what it's looking like. And then I have lashes that are drying right now. I put lash glue on, so it's drying while I do my foundation. This is the Dior Forever foundation in the shade 3W. I thought the shade was on the bottom, so ignore me. Now this is a matte foundation, or kind of like a semi-matte. It is buildable coverage in my opinion. I would say it's medium to full. So I like to dot all over my face. Did I put a lot on? Probably, but you know what? That's just me. I'm putting that all over my face. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did miss a step on my skincare. I forgot to put sunscreen, and I needed me some sunscreen. But you know what? It's fine. It's okay. So I'm just putting the foundation on. I like to use a brush. I think it looks better with a brush. The sponge, I feel like it sucks up too much product. And yeah, but I think the sponge is great for blending this out after the brush, which is what I do. And then this brush, it's like a triangle, which I really like because I could go into the cracks of my face, so like around my nose, underneath my eyes, around my lips. I could even carve out my brows a little bit with it, which is what I'm doing here. So look at that triangle. Go, little baby. Yeah, I don't really use a sponge when it comes to foundation until it's the end, like right now, just to make sure it's blended and pressed into the skin and looks natural. Well, more natural. After my foundation, my lashes are pretty much dry, so I'm gonna put them on. So a lot of people ask how I put my lashes on, so I'm gonna kind of show you guys here. So essentially on the band, I put lash glue. I like to use clear lash glue. You can use black lash glue, but I only use black lash glue when I have liner on. So yeah, I'm using clear lash glue. Put that on, let it dry till it's a little bit clear, a little bit white still. And then I literally just put it on like that. It's so easy for me. Yeah, I trim them first and I reuse them so I don't have to keep retrimming them. Like, I've wore this pair a good 10 times, if not more. Way more, actually. Probably like, I've worn these for a month. So, I just plop them on. And then over time, I rip the lash glue off. Add new lash glue. And I repeat until the lashes start falling off. After my lashes, I like to go ahead and add some concealer. This is the House Labs concealer. I think it's at 23. Not sure. But I like to put that underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, my forehead. I need more coverage on my mustache area, so I put that there, and then my chin. This is the Kosas concealer. I love this concealer, and I'm running out. So I definitely need to buy more. It's the shade that it showed. I don't know. I'm just putting that on top because I wanted it a little bit more brighter. As you can see, I'm digging for my life because it's running out. I need to go buy more. Yeah, and then I just blend this out with the same sponge that I used to press in my foundation. And I just blend it all out. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and set my concealer areas with some setting powder. So I like to use the Coty Airspun. It's an OG. I've used it since high school. And then I add these two in there. I like to mix it because I want it a little bit brighter, but then I'm also yellow undertoned. So I like to mix it with the Coty Airspun. And I just press it into the skin where the concealer is with my sponge. Put in the lid and I literally just press it in. Like so. And then I also kind of like to bake a little bit. If you know baking, we're taking it way back to 2016. So I like to bake a little bit, let it sit there, not too long to where it gets crusty, but enough to make sure it's sitting there. So I like to press in the first layer and then I'll add more powder on top to bake, if that makes sense. Now, outside of setting the concealer with the setting powder, I've been doing this trick lately and I've been loving it. So I carve out my jawline with the powder. Yes, it's a lot of powder and I'm not pressing it in. I'm just literally stacking it on. It looks a little crazy, I know. And like I said, my mustache area, it needs some help. So I'm putting that on my mustache area. But anyways, so as you can see, I kind of pre-carved and cleaned up those areas with the setting powder. Now I'm going in with my bronzing powder and putting it on top of the other areas that I didn't put the setting powder. Like my forehead, my cheeks, and this just makes me look snatched. It makes me look defined. It makes it look clean. So that's what I'm doing. And the reason why I like doing it this way instead of putting like a setting powder all over and then doing it is because I feel like it sticks better to the foundation and it just looks so good. It's more pigmented, it's less product. And look at that. See, I don't even need to explain. But yeah, you could do it on top of like setting powder or whatever. But for me, it just made sense to just put it on those areas that I didn't set because it just sticks so well. Now I'm taking a clean brush that has no product on it. It's fluffy, and I'm dusting everything off that I had sitting there. And yeah, I'm kind of pressing some of it in. And when I mean some of it, I'm taking like a little bit of that leftover powder and putting it on the bronzy area. But yeah, look at her. She's snatched. Now it's time for blush. I love blush. I'm obsessed with blush. It's kind of toxic how much I love blush. But yeah, I'm taking these two shades. I like to take the lighter peach shade first and then warm it up with the deeper pinky shade. So that's what I'm doing now. This is the peach shade I was telling you guys about. It's by Run Beauty. That's the name of it. And this is where I place it because I want to look snatched, right? I want my face to look more uplifted. And then I also feel like it makes me look nicer when I put on my nose, you know, like Santa Claus or Rudolph. Like, it's wintry vibes, but like at the same time it's just like nice. Like, I look friendly. I don't look like I want to fight you. So that's what I do. That's what I does. That's what I did. Now I'm taking this deeper pink shade, same brand. That's the name of it. And yeah, I think it's like strawberry something. And I just put it on top, and it kind of looks like I blended it together, which I basically did. But it's just adding a little bit more pink, more warmth, more friendly, more wintry vibes. More, I'm a little chill, cold, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm doing. That's what I did. So after that, I'm gonna go in with some mascara. This is my favorite mascara. I've used this for years. However, it did dry out. So, an OG hack from like 2016 when I first started doing makeup is I put some eye drops in it and I mix it together and it's good to go. In case your mascara dries out, now you know what to do. Now I'm putting mascara on my lower lashes, and would you look at that? It looks good as new. Perfect. I love it. Shout out to the Visine eye drops to refresh it, you know, whatever. Anyways, just putting some mascara on my lower lashes. When I don't, I feel like my look is incomplete. My eye shape is not what I want it to be. I feel like it looks more defined. It looks good once I put mascara on. I used to put eyeshadow on the bottom. I stopped. Don't know why. I think I kind of just got lazy and I thought the mascara was good enough. So now it's time for the lippies. I'm using this Kofi. I don't know what it's called. And it's just a deep brown lip liner. That's the shade. I'm just lining my lips with it. Now this lip liner is supposed to be like a lip stain. It's supposed to last a while. However, I don't know if it's because I put it on top of makeup, so it doesn't last that long. Usually I set my lips with powder and it'll stay if I really want it to stay all day. But for me, I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna plop it on. I need to go to work anyways. So I'm just putting that on there. And like I said, I don't know if it's because I put it on top of makeup so it doesn't last that long or what. But anyways, I'm just blending this out before I put my liquid lipstick on. Now, after the lip liner is all blended and good, I'm taking my liquid lipstick, putting that in the center. It's this bright pale pink. I love a deep brown and a pale pink together. It's such a beautiful combo. So I just blend that together, and look at that. She look good. And I'm gonna blend it with the brush because the line kind of got messed up. But it wasn't bright enough because it kind of blended into a weird color, so I'm just adding a little bit more. By a little bit, I mean a lot. So, just blending that all out before I put my gloss on. I want to make sure it sets and dries down. But before then, I gotta make sure I blend it first. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'll put the gloss on. Now, after the lips are done, I'm just gonna add lip gloss. Isn't this so cute? I got most of her collection. I'm trying to see her in concert, actually. It's a good lip gloss. I like it. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.